Peace to the family, peace to my comrades, and it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO boxing fan. Family, I must admit, I have not been so disappointed in a long time in the lovers of the sport of boxing, the so-called true fans of the sport of boxing. The deceptive intelligence that has been used against Claressa Shields and Laila Ali, who they both have played a part in with being tricked and used against each other. But today, for this video, it says, let the record show that there are more receipts. You see that there are two sides to every story, really three. There's Laila Ali's side, there's Claressa Shields' side, and there is the truth, the unfiltered truth, the unbiased truth. Now, the dragging of Claressa Shields that I've seen over the past few days, I will not stand for. I don't care if I'm the only one on the hill standing up for Claressa Shields, because the narrative that I'm seeing all over social media is that not only is Claressa not humble, but she is a bad role model. Claressa Shields is a vindictive, bitter individual because of the clips that was played on Laila Ali's Let the Record Show. Anyone who really knows the sport of boxing, who has at least done their due diligence to go look up the information, you will see that a lot of those videos, the timelines are off. Claressa Shields was humble and honored Laila Ali the same way she honored Ann Wolfe, who she is in the ring taking pictures with on multiple occasions, the same way with Laila. Matter of fact, Claressa Shields big up all of those fighters who laid the foundation. Not only that, Claressa Shields is on record saying that without Laila Ali, without Ann Wolfe, but Laila Ali specifically, they would not be where they are today. It did not become a problem until Claressa Shields started calling herself the GOAT, and Ali could no longer little sister her. That is when the real issue started. Now, for this video, I'm going to drop some receipts that were not shown, and I'm going to show how clips were used to show a one-sided, skewed version of what's been going on. Let's get into it.
Maybe six-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my... I just turned 40.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
No.
Amazing.
I know. I just turned 40. I can't believe it either. And because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to. Well, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
How did you and your husband argue? Because he can't, usually they say, you can say something slick, but with you can't say that slickness.
You was on the Food Network's Chopped.
Yes.
And you won.
I did a couple times.
So what brings you more joy, winning in the ring or winning in the kitchen?
I just like to win, period. Definitely boxing is my first love, and cooking is something that I'm super passionate about.
Gotcha.
It'll be a part of my life forever. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. I think everything happens in due time. You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. Women's boxing is getting some...
Now, the clip you all just watched was the clip in Laila Ali's Let the Record Show video. This is the clip you all said, the sister got receipts. Claressa just needs to be quiet. Well, there were parts of the clip that were not shown. After this clip in Laila Ali's video, it goes right into Claressa Shields responding to what looks like you just watched. But this is actually what Claressa Shields was responding to.
I always said I want to be the best in my weight class. Right. You know, I never was like, I'm the #1 boxer female ever. But I'll tell you what, ain't nobody ever gonna whoop me. I can say that. Call it what you want to. Call it what you want to, Charlamagne.
Now, family, you all are the ones who said that Claressa was just being so mean, so bitter. She had no reason to respond the way she did to this interview. But this was one of the clips of the interview where Laila is clearly saying, nobody is going to whoop me and nobody would whoop me. She is talking like a fighter talks. So eventually, yes, Claressa started feeling like she needed to respond to someone who was speaking as if she could just up and whoop her if she came out of retirement. Not only that, earlier in the interview, because sometimes some of you want to hop on the train to drag Claressa, because let's just keep it real. We've all seen this playbook before. When we can't find anyone to whoop a fighter or whoop a great talent, whoop someone who is motivational, who stands on business, who calls out Ryan Garcia's racism when everyone else is scared to death to speak on it, when Claressa Shields has people perform Lift Every Voice at an event, the only way we can bring her down a few notches is we go get somebody that's great to go against her. So Claressa is already fighting these battles, but we're going to get into that in a second. Because some of you still might say, well, that was just a little part. But I just want to paint and destroy this foundation that you all are building, that Claressa is just this bully and Laila Ali wasn't popping her stuff as well. They both were taking jabs at each other. And I'm going to lay that foundation and remove that idea from the full spectrum of this lie, this wicked narrative, because you all are not about to put Claressa Shields in the media and lynch her, which you all have been wanting to do for a long time now. And you're going to try to use Laila Ali to do it. See, you all don't see the play here. The play here is they're going to try to make Claressa seem like some type of thug that needs to humble herself. And they're going to try to use Laila Ali to do it. But I'm going to show you the deceptive intelligence and all of these clips that were left out and all of these timelines that are not clear. Now, I want to show you Claressa did not even press all the way on the gas yet because this interview was light. But let's keep going and show some more receipts, since you all say, you know, the queen, Laila Ali, was just being bullied because she was just supporting Claressa so much. And then big bad Claressa, vindictive, bitter Claressa, just turned on her out of nowhere.
There's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the #1 in my weight class. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, nah. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, she gave props where it's due, but, you know, she also spoke on how, you know, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. When it's like, we got two different goals and sets in life. You know, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just the beginning. You know, even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event on Showtime. I don't know how many times now. You know, fastest woman to win a world title. I did it in 4 fights. You know, and yeah, you can say, oh, the competition isn't there, and this girl wasn't that. But like I did it up in 4 fights, and the girls that Laila Ali fought wasn't, you know, that great either. I mean, like, I'm the best female boxer that I've ever seen, and you know, if Laila Ali wants to come back, we can rumble, we can go. You know, this is not like, oh, I'm gonna step away. Like I respect her and everything.
Yeah, and then you're gonna fight some people, and then in women's boxing, you might have someone like in Clarissa's case, she's got 80 amateur fights. You're fighting someone that might be 20-0, but they don't have any amateur fights, and then it's just like they might be a champion, but then it's like, how are you? Then the person looks like they don't even know how to fight. Like, wow, how is this a champion? So it doesn't really make women's boxing look good. So that's what and it never happened, and that's the whole story is I wouldn't fight her. But actually, if someone really want to do their research, they will see that in the beginning it was we're gonna fight when the time is right. Then she actually was put on my undercard by my ex-husband, who was my promoter at the time, to fight Valerie Mahfoud, who had knocked her out prior, her only knockout loss, who I beat twice, like easily. And it was like, you guys are gonna have a rematch on the undercard of Laila Ali, Christy Martin, because we're gonna promote our fight. We were supposed to fight next. Why would I promote this girl, put her on my undercard if I wasn't gonna fight her for the whole world to see and want to fight her? She pulled out and wouldn't fight. And then it's always Laila won't fight, Laila won't fight, Laila won't fight.
Why did she pull out?
That's not the case. Because she said it wasn't enough money or whatever the case. Look, I don't care how much you pay me. If I'm the best and I feel like I can win, and she has said years before, I'll fight her for a hamburger, I'll fight her for whatever. You get in there and you whoop me for the bragging rights, then you get the fame and the money afterwards. First of all, there wasn't a lot of money for either of us.
Not in women's belt game. Well, you know Laila Ali though.
Come on, you got to start it right.
Don't do it to Laila. Come on, don't.
Listen, I like Laila though, but
You talking about
she's
don't
not cut
do
like
it
me.
to
She
Laila.
don't take the challenges. Like she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Laila Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
Well, to stop that. Come on. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, okay, Laila did bring a lot of attention to female boxing, though.
You know, no, exactly. You know, without her, it would never got started.
Just enough. Laila about to leave the interview, go straight to the gym.
Take the ring off.
No. That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
But I will say this. I like to support and uplift people, and I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. You know, there's this going, and I told her when we talked, because she said something about what Ann Wolf said, and I said, this is the case. Just don't bring up things that you don't know about. You don't have to try to dim my light, which you're not able to do, just to try to make your shine higher. You know, my lane is closed. Go start your own lane. You know, you want to call yourself the GOAT, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute. That was sweet, you know. But at the same time, you know, first of all, she could never beat me.
Okay.
Let me just get that really straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Laila?
Let's get that straight right now.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen. And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look out, Rich.
You can throw those hard punches, but there's a sweet science to boxing. The reason why you have not been able to knock out the opponents that you've already faced, I can totally see it. Why? But maybe if you would have been a little more respectful, and I'm not talking about thinking you can beat me and call that, do all that. I'm talking about just trying to. She didn't do this. She didn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't respect her as a boxer. I only respect her as a businesswoman. I've heard her say that before, which to me, that was when I commentated her in the Olympics. You know, I when I was on my show, my CBS show, Women, you know, We Need to Talk, I said, let's do a story on Claressa. I flew to Colorado. I sat there. I interviewed her. I posted about her on my page. She would text me before her fights. She would ask me advice. I was always there for her because she's a young black girl from Flint, Michigan. Yeah, Flint. And I want to help uplift her because that's the Ali way. Right. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. I am successful in so many areas outside of boxing. Boxing is not what defines me. Yeah. So I'm not like, oh my God, there's a girl coming. There's always going to be another girl. But I tell you what, when I offered her to spar me, that definitely was a challenge.
Now let me point out the hypocrisy with many of you and point out your own bitterness, your own hate. If Floyd Mayweather were to come on the Breakfast Club today and repeat the exact same thing that Laila Ali just said about Claressa Shields at that time, every single one of you would be saying Floyd needs to come out of retirement right now and fight Terrence Bud Crawford. If Floyd Mayweather were to say the exact same thing and say he never would have been able to beat me, he never would have had the talent to compete with me. Not only that, I would have knocked him out. Not only would you be calling for that fight, you would be expecting Bud Crawford to respond with vitriol, to respond with anger in his heart, to say, how dare you disrespect me and the greatness that I currently hold in this sport. But since it's Laila Ali, and many of you are so attracted to her, your opinion and your view is biased. And hey, she's beautiful, but you all are dead wrong. Like I said, this was not a situation where Laila Ali is just, she's just so innocent. Laila Ali didn't say nothing. She just supported her this whole time. And let's be clear. Shout out to all the USA boxing coaches who remember what was going on 2012 Olympics. Y'all wasn't around. A lot of you didn't start giving Claressa the press she deserved until she won the 2016 Olympics. And to be clear, Claressa called Laila. Claressa called the queen. So if she didn't like her, she had some bitterness, why would she reach out to her? She could have reached out to anybody else. And her coach, Claressa's coach, now watch this, y'all. Claressa's coach, and this is on record, told Claressa, watch out because Laila feels some type of way. Laila Ali says herself in the interview that when I spoke to Claressa, I challenged her to spar. And in Claressa's fashion that we all know, Claressa was like, yeah, shoot, you want to spar me? And Laila says in the interview, hey, I'm not in shape, but I can do 4 rounds, and it never happened. But some of you are acting like Claressa ran from some smoke. How disgusting are y'all? And this isn't for the casual, because you all don't know. But for those of you who are in the sport and you love the sport, Claressa has been standing up on 10 toes. And then what's even more disgusting, for people to sit around and act like she's not a good role model because they put a little clip of her rapping. Claressa just started doing that. You all weren't showing love when she was a good role model during the 2012 Olympics. You all wasn't saying nothing and following Claressa's story when she was a gold medalist in the 2016 Olympics as well. Then she comes down to Atlanta. She also does it in Flint and opens up a gym. Gives training to little girls and boys. She gets the keys to the city. She gets a proclamation in a city she's not even from in Atlanta that I was there for. The Fire Inside, one of the greatest films any little girl should go see. But you are going to sit up here and jump on this train? Like I said, it was a two-way street. And a lot of people are going to point out the Breakfast Club interview, but I would tell you all, go watch that Sway interview from 5 years ago. And that, if you all watch that last clip, you see where Laila Ali goes from smiling to not smiling anymore for about 4 minutes straight. That quote conversation, when Claressa even said and gave Laila her props, she said, yeah, but still in our prime, I believe I'll win. And that's when Laila Ali starts doubling down. See, that fighter in her is going to come out. You can only smile so much, and that pretty face shows so much. That fighter in her came out. And that's why she said, I would have knocked her out. But none of those clips were shown in Laila Ali's video of Let the Record Show. They were all clips of showing Laila Ali being humble and meek, and Claressa being the way we know her to be. But you all were not showing Claressa love when she was soft-spoken. Roll the tape.
high school after winning a gold medal, right?
Yeah.
Did people swarm around you a lot, or?
I think everybody was kind of shocked that I was there. I came to school, had on my little shades, whatever, you know. I didn't even bring the gold medal. I just brought myself in some book bag. But everybody was like glad that I came back to school. And the only kids who crowd me is the 7th and 8th graders who we got in our school, and they just be like shocked to see me. They be like, I think that's her.
And not get touched by those long arms she had, and I did it.
You were coming in. You were already the gold medalist, the best women's fighter in the world. What kind of statement did you want to make at these Olympics?
I wanted to let it be known that I'm not just a great female boxer, but I'm one of the great boxers to ever live. I'm the first American to be a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Oh my God. No.
Okay, 2-time gold medalist. What's next for you?
I don't know. I don't know what's next. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Ah!
Congratulations.
Proclamation that I've gotten, and I feel like you guys accept me, Flint accept me. So, you know, when I have a big fight here in Atlanta, I want all y'all to come out and support. And I'm just so grateful that I can actually be here and be in this moment with y'all. Thank all the kids for being in the summer program. I know it wasn't easy. You guys did great. I watched you guys throughout the week. They sent me so many positive messages about just staying strong in camp and working hard and how they wanted to be like me. So I'm happy that I could be that beacon of hope for them. And I'm just really happy that now on July 17th I can celebrate with y'all.
Cheat, and he know he cheated. The world keeps saying, oh, Devin didn't get out of the way of a hook. He got hit with a steroid hook. It's like, it wasn't just a hook. It's a steroid hook. He was positive for, was it Ostrin or something like that? Yeah. Ryan, disrespectful, man. He's a disrespectful kid. Everybody giving him a pass. No, he's doing better, and he went to rehab. He was saying the N-word and you know, all type of stuff. I think it's just very disturbing. And it still hasn't been a apology from him yet. Look, I don't care how drunk or how you was. That's not acceptable. I have to give a lot of respect to Devin, because I would have handled things way, way differently. If a girl was to do that to me, every time I seen her and her team would be getting their ass kicked. Like, I'll be running up on her every time
Just a small reminder to those of you who have forgotten what we just went through over the last 2 years in the sport of boxing. And we had so many Black American fighters scared to death to even speak on the racism going on in the sport, to even speak on the disrespect when they were calling us Tom and Jerry, cowardly yellow fighters and people in general. And this sister, Claressa Shields, stood up for us. This sister still went into the community to help out little girls and little boys. That's why she got that proclamation in Atlanta. That little girl in the middle of the ring, she isn't singing the Star Spangled Banner. She's singing Lift Every Voice in front of a sold out crowd. And that happened under Claressa Shields' direction. So all of you who act like you are just, you are just so morally correct to sit here and act like you just care so much about how we respect each other. Miss me with that, because many of you were nowhere to be found when we were going through what we were going through. You ain't no damn ally of Laila Ali all of a sudden. You all weren't making no videos about Laila Ali. You weren't making any videos about praising the contributions of these women boxers who came before her. So let me say this. Laila Ali is a queen. Shout out to Laila Ali. But Laila Ali is not beyond approach and correctness. She is not above being corrected. She is a former fighter. She has an ego just like Claressa Shields has an ego. But what we're not going to do, not on my watch, after she done stood up for us over and over again, talking about Claressa T-Rex Shields, after she has stood up for us over and over again, you all join on, no, we're not doing that. They're going to have to do that by themselves, because this ain't even about Laila Ali versus Claressa for real. This is about them trying to put her on a whipping post because they haven't been able to control the way she has been rising in the sport and amongst the people. You got little black girls running around saying they want to be like Claressa. And when they say it, they're not saying I want to run around and twerk like Claressa. I want to run around and jump on a pole like Claressa. But many of you don't have that kind of smoke for those of us in the community who are a detriment to the community. Y'all not speaking on them, but you got smoke for Claressa. And now some of you are talking about you care so much about Papoose and Remy, and you can. This is what it is. Claressa Shields intimidates you. Her boldness. Because the same thing many of you are saying about Claressa now, you hated on Laila Ali then. Let me tell you about these cowards for a second. When Floyd Mayweather was doing his thing, you all called him a coward. You called him a runner. Then when he retires and you can use him and his resume to go against somebody else, now you all are lovers of Floyd. You all were not no allies of Ali. Many of you spineless, compromising Negroes in the community would have been against Ali. Because you drag fighters like Devin Haney today. You hate fighters like Terrence Crawford today. You hate on fighters like Errol Spence today. You hated on Deontay Wilder. So miss me with the, oh man, you know, Ali wouldn't have liked this. Man, Ali talked that stuff too. When Ali was fighting, he wasn't being humble. He said, look how fast I am. Look how fast I am. I'm so pretty. I'm mean. I'm doing things I never did before. That's how Ali talked. Now you all want to come in front and act like you all were allies of the people. Act like you are allies of a man of the character of Ali. And you all know, you know why you hate it? You know that today there's nobody in Claressa Shields' weight class, in any of the weight classes she was currently in, that would have called her out and the fight didn't happen. Even with the Ann Wolf, Laila Ali situation, it don't look good at the end of the day. It's a lot of he say, she say. But when it comes to Claressa Shields, we have to give props where it's due. They're both fighters. They both poke their jabs. But Laila Ali, at a certain point, tried to big sis her when she no longer could. And Claressa responded how a current reigning champion responds. And you, every single one of you know that love boxing. If any retired fighter was talking the way Laila was talking in some of those clips that I showed that she didn't show, let the record show that. Because a video is meant to do two things. It's either to inform or mislead. Consciously or subconsciously, many of you have been misled. And you don't have to stand with me. I'm on this hill by myself. I'd be damned if I turn on Claressa right now, after she was one of the only boxers to stand up for us. Roll the tape.
She put it that mouth. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna give her the opportunity to shut that mouth?
Absolutely. That's all I want. You know, after all the talking is over, we gotta fight. I'm actually done talking. It's like we already know that the money is there. She said $5 million to make her come out of retirement. The $5 million is there. I said $10 million for the winner. The money is there. It's all about if she really serious. Is she all bark or you know, is she gonna bite? And really, I'm ready whenever. I feel like this is a great match for women's boxing. And two, you know, women's boxing never had that passing of the torch. And this one really be a passing of the torch. Like, this would be me taking the torch, really. So either she's going to get in the ring and she's going to continue to, you know, hold her dominance, or she's going to lose to me and I'm going to continue to raise women's boxing. But either or, we don't know what's going to happen until we get inside the ring and fight.
Now, last time there was a flare-up, I thought I saw, like, pictures of you guys together. Like, I thought you guys had made up to some degree.
That was in 2016, back when we were cool. And then there's another picture floating around today that when we were at the Women's Sports Foundation back in 2018, 2020, where she was giving me a hug when we were on stage. But I feel like Laila Ali has always been kind of envious of me, and not just, I'm not going to say it's out of her own. So I think that I'm just so accomplished in women's boxing, and she never got that due diligence and that respect. So to see me getting it kind of pisses her off. And I think that she feels like she's a better fighter than me. But it always looks easier when you're looking on the outside. But when you get in there, it's totally different.
Now, she'll note how many knockouts she got and how many knockouts you don't have.
Talk to me.
You're gonna come back and fight her. What? Everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
I'll talk to Turkey tonight.
So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Laila Ali. Is he gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million and we delivered.
Now, in conclusion, how long is Claressa supposed to hear she has not enough talent to beat me? I would knock her out. That's not the way I would have went if the Olympics was around when I was around. How much of that is she supposed to hear before she stands up for herself? The timeline of those clips in the Let the Record Show video are skewed and off. The Radio Raheem video, the video where she's in the car, all of those videos, Claressa did not go out her way to disrespect Laila Ali. The thing she said was after a few jabs were thrown, and then when she pressed on the gas and the Queen Laila Ali said, I would not only stop her, but she doesn't have the talent. She doesn't understand the sweet science enough. Did she or did she not just say it on a Sway interview? So don't you all get in my comments talking about what I've already proven. In conclusion, they are both fighters. In conclusion, Laila Ali has that fire in her the same way Claressa does. And she ain't always pretty and demure and humble as you all are trying to paint it. She was talking her shit and Claressa was talking hers as well. But this ain't even about that. What this is about is many of you have not been able to put Claressa on the lynching post the way you really want to and attack her character the same way they do all of our top athletes when they get tired of them being great. The same way they did Prime Time. The same way they eventually got tired of LeBron. The same way they eventually started talking about Serena's body instead of her beautiful tennis skills. It's the same thing and we always fall for it. I will be damned if I just turn my back on our champion. Nobody is above critique, but the way you all are critiquing Shields is disgusting. One of the only fighters to actually speak up against what's been going on in the sport. How much is she supposed to take before she defends herself? You scared to death Negroes? Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. You and some of you racist fans. It ain't got nothing to do with Claressa bullying Laila Ali. Laila Ali ain't get bullied. Laila was popping hers, and then Claressa started popping hers as well. Claressa gave a shout out to Ann Wolf, gave a shout out to Laila Ali when she first came about. Y'all wasn't there with us. You all were not there in 2012. When she won a gold medal, you were not present. I was there. I remember us trying to get funding all over for the 2012 Olympics and 2016 Olympics. USA boxing coaches needing help all over the nation, especially in black cities. And you all were nowhere to be found. And she was humble. Claressa was humble. She was meek in those interviews, and y'all still showed her no love because she wasn't pretty enough. That's what the truth is, and I know you don't like it. This ain't my opinion. They weren't trying to give her no sponsorship. In every step of the way, she's been trying to be a good example for little girls. Now, as a grown-ass woman, if she want to go put on something and rap a little bit, your kids shouldn't be listening to it no way. That ain't on Claressa. The Fire Inside, have your little girl go watch that. Have your little boy go watch that. But you all can miss me with this, oh, you all just care so much about the respect of Laila Ali. When's the last time you did anything regarding Laila Ali and Claressa Shields' name wasn't involved? Miss me with that. And this is the last thing I'm going to say on it. And I'm done with this because this is the hill I'm going to stand on. I am not going to join any of you dragging Claressa Shields. These are some more receipts. Let the record show that. Let the record show all the receipts wasn't shown. Let the record also show that there was jabs from both sides. And let the record show I'm not turning on those who have been a great representation of us. A little girl singing Lift Every Voice in front of a sold-out crowd at a boxing event. At a professional boxing event where a woman is the main card. I don't care what y'all say. Muhammad Ali would have been proud to see that. And all of you invoking the great name of Muhammad Ali, you can get the hell on as well. Because y'all wasn't with him either. Family, don't fall for the okie doke. And don't let them put us against each other. Peace to the family. Peace to my comrades. And it's always smoke to the COINTELPRO boxing fan.
When I was a little boy, I used to follow Batman till I got greater. I'm the most intelligent boxer in the world. I talk to people. I don't like fighters who talk too much. That's my job. I'm the talker. Who touched the hem of my garment? For 10 more years with no problem. I'll give you 2. 2. You give me 2. Who are you?